He lives on a ranch. So when I come down here, I always leave the reindeer and the sleigh up there in the ranch so the reindeer can rest. And then I bring my friend's car. Because on Christmas Eve, those reindeer have to work and really hard, don't they, to pull the sleigh all over the world? So I just let them rest on days like this. So all the reindeer are up at the ranch at my friend's. But
every day they do that?
what?
Every day they do that?
Well, when I come down here for something right before Christmas, because they need to rest a little bit because they have to work hard tomorrow night.
Buddy.
Okay, so let me tell you about Ernie. Because Ernie was a good helper, he was a good hard worker. And one Christmas Eve after I started out to deliver presents, Ernie was in the shop, cleaning up the toy shop, sweeping the shop and doing a good job. It was all cleaned up at the end of making all the toys for Christmas. And he had everything all swept up. He was going to put the broom away. He went over to the closet, he put the broom in there, and he saw a package right up on top shelf. He said, "Oh, Santa missed one." And he reached up there and he pulled it down. He looked at the tag and it said, "To Ernie from Santa." Ernie thought, "Wow, there's my present. I wonder what it is." And he knew he shouldn't peek, but he kind of wanted to look. So he thought, maybe if I just take a little peek, it'll be okay. He said, "Oh, I shouldn't do that." So he did. He finally looked it up a little bit and peeked inside. And you know what was inside his present? He didn't see anything. Nothing. And Ernie thought, why is Santa pulling a mean trick like this on me? So he put the package back on the shelf, finished cleaning the shop, and went back to his room. And instead of going to sleep on Christmas Eve, he cried all night because he thought Santa was giving him an empty box for Christmas. So the next morning, when I got back, I had my breakfast, and we got all the elves together for a Christmas party. And they were all playing games and singing songs and eating cookies. And I gave everybody their present. But all the elves opened their presents, and it's all the fun things they'd received. But Ernie didn't open his. He just sat in the corner and held it. I said, "Ernie, open your present." Ernie said, "I'll open it later." Ernie thought he knew what was inside. I said, "Come on, Ernie, open your present. Everybody else has." And finally, Ernie thought, well, if Santa wants me to look like a silly guy because I got an empty box for Christmas, I guess I should open it. Ernie took his present. He pulled the lid back and just sat there and looked around. He didn't even look in the box because he knew it was going to be empty. As soon as he looked in there, you know what he saw a scarf, a long scarf. He pulled that out, it was one to wrap around his neck to keep it warm in the winter. And there's a little fire truck in there. And there's a book in there, so he can read. And right at the bottom, this little wooden carved doll of me. And Ernie realized that I would give him an empty box for Christmas. You know, he didn't say before, but the Christmas magic became full. So don't peek in your boxes.
That's right.
Now instead of telling you, starting to read one to you. I'll bet you've all heard this one before, though.
Do you want a chair?
Oh, right, the chair. Mrs. Claus made this.
Oh, nice.
The name of the story is The Night Before Christmas. You all heard that story?
Oh, yes. We love that story.
'Twas the night before Christmas when all to the house. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were all nestled all snug in their beds, with visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash.
Bella.
The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away all. As dry as the leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle mark to the sky. So up to the house-top their coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of Easter hoof. And I drew in my head and was turning around. Down the chimney St. Nicholas came bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack.
Mercy.
His eyes how they twinkled, his dimples how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the hair on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke had encircled his head like a wreath. That was a long time ago. I quit smoking it because it's bad. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a rough, jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work. And he filled all the stockings and turned with a jerk, and laid his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like a down of a whistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.